Like the surrounding cities, skyscrapers, boroughs and blocks, there's a tangible sense of iconography to New York's South Bronx. Head uptown from Grand Central Station, through Manhattan's Upper East Side alongside Central Park, past the NY Met, and across the Harlem River to an America where the history is literally graffitied on the walls. Perennially celebrated for its position as hip-hop ground zero, the South Bronx was the birthplace of a cultural movement founded by the likes of DJ Kool Herc, Afrika Bambaataa, and Grandmaster Flash. It was here in the mid-70s that these famed musical figures determined to use sound as a tool to draw young people away from gang violence and back into society. Every culture needs a creation myth, explains journalist and academic Jeff Chang, who wrote Can't Stop, Won't Stop, A History of the Hip-Hop Generation. Such storytelling, he writes, represents the power of creativity against destruction. These started from the bottom ethic that youth will always find a way to express itself. Almost 50 years later, history is being repeated in a district reported to be the nation's poorest, with approximately 50% of neighbourhoods experiencing high or extreme poverty. This time, football is taking a leading role in the work of South Bronx United. Since being founded in 2009, the organisation has gone from one team of 15 boys to more than 1,000 mixed children aged 4 to 19. The not-for-profit youth development organisation seek to use the sport to promote social change, to engage immigrant and first-generation youth living in some of the area's most underprivileged communities. Co-founder Andrew So, who'd previously taught mathematics and special education at New Day Academy and worked with young people in the Bronx in many capacities, says their objectives have remained unchanged over the past 10 years. Our aim was always to use football as a tool to help youth succeed in their education, careers, and community, to help them build character and leadership skills, and to bring youth from diverse backgrounds together to work towards common goals, he told Tifo. So, who holds a D coaching license from the United States Soccer Federation, says young people in the local community face so many challenges. In New York, he explains, poverty can mean a lack of access to healthy foods, lack of access to quality education, or a lack of adequate healthcare. For some, it might mean cramped or temporary living situations. Now, according to the New York Times, the South Bronx has the highest violent crime rate of the city's 5 boroughs, and still suffers violence at levels long ago slashed in many other parts. For children, So continued, there are a lack of safe places to play. Many young people live in unsafe neighbourhoods and face a pressure of getting involved in gangs or dangerous behaviours. Many start working jobs at a young age to support their family, or they are home alone and unsupervised during afternoons and evenings because parents need to work to support the family. Then, immigrant youth and families face additional challenges, adjusting to a new home and language, the difficulties of racism or xenophobia, or, if they are undocumented, the inability to go to work or to college. The impact and successes of South Bronx United feel some distance from earning promotion or winning a Goal of the Month competition. In fact, 100% of SBU Academy grads complete high school and 94% go on to college. Some even make it onto the next rung of professional football. The club train in the shadow of the world-famous Yankee Stadium, which is home to both Major League Baseball's New York Yankees and the Major League Soccer team NYCFC, who are a community partner. This alliance has produced a number of inspiring stories on the pitch. Prince Amponsa, who moved to the US from Ghana aged 7, started out playing for South Bronx United. Now, 16, he joined the NYCFC Youth Academy 3 years ago and debuted for the senior team during a pre-season friendly in Florida. The centre-back, who's also been called up to the US national youth team, looks back on his formative footballing and educational experiences. In Ghana, we used to play on mud fields. We would always play barefoot with balls made of rags. It was more about who was dominant physically, who could hold on to the ball the longest. When I came to America, I had to learn the game all over again. I had to realise that the game was about playing short passes, connecting with players and breaking the lines, he commented. And Ponset recognises the distance he's travelled. My environment is an obstacle for me. The South Bronx is basketball territory, he explains, continuing, for every sacrifice, I get something in return. I get an opportunity to change my life. I get an opportunity to change my mother's life, and that's all I've ever wanted. Amponsa features in an online documentary short, Men in Blazers Presents The Future, sponsored by Adidas. To mark South Bronx United's 10th anniversary, the sportswear brand produced a special edition jersey inspired by the hand-tiled mosaics and signage of the city's subways. In February, they won the 2020 Laureus Sport for Good Award in Berlin. Standing alongside Lewis Hamilton, Lionel Messi, Rafael Nadal, and Tiger Woods, the honour mirrored the words of Laureus patron Nelson Mandela 20 years earlier. Sport has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. So describes this prize as the proudest recognition that we have ever received, adding, but the proudest achievements are the success stories of the participants, those who have now graduated from college and gone on to become engineers, financial analysts, paralegals, or come back to work for South Bronx United.